This
to join.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, sir, let's start. Okay, first, let me share my screen. Sir, please someone confirm and you are able to see my screen. Sir, everyone able to see my screen, right, sir?
Yes.
Yes, Raj.
Fine. No. So today, let me start. So first, let me introduce myself. I'm Raj. I was working for an MNC as an Azure architect, data architect. Okay, I have 1+ experience, and coming to these trainings, I have 3 years. From past 3 years, I was teaching these trainings. Okay, fine, sir. Any doubts in my introduction? Hello, sir. Please the interactive, sir. Okay. Hello, guys.
I think it's good. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
please proceed.
Yeah, you're good, sir.
You're good, right? Okay, sir. Then let's
Yes, sir.
start. So, so we are as you all know. So our what you're going to learn here is like Azure data engineering. Okay, fine, sir. First thing. So before going to this data engineering and everything, okay, let me go, sir. Any freshers here? Uh, Sir, before I start, any freshers? Can someone respond, sir?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
sir.
Naresh. I'm fresher.
I am also
Okay,
fresher, sir.
okay, fine, sir. Then
I'm also fresher.
okay, fine, sir. Fine, cool. Let's start. So, sir, first let me set you the context, sir. If you have any doubts, you can either raise your hand or you can type in the chat window, so that we'll take the doubts in the either middle of the session once the topic is completed or at the end of the session. Okay, sir? Fine, sir. Next, coming to today's data engineering, our agendas. What I wanna to tell you. First one, I'm gonna take you through what is data engineering first today. Next I want to go. Next I want to say you some basic concepts of cloud. Concepts of cloud. Okay. Next, then we will have a walkthrough through the course content. So what we gonna learn? Fine, sir.
Okay.
Fine, sir. Any doubts, sir? Anyone? Fine, right? Okay, cool. Then, so let me go, sir. So let me start from scratch today's agenda. So what I need to ask you, sir, what is the data before going to that? Hello, sir, everyone. So someone freshers response, sir. Apart from experience guys, can someone your any guys freshers? So what do you know about data? Like, so keep aside this data engineering, all these terms, sir. So just what are the when you hear about data, what's come to your mind? Can someone respond, sir? Because my sessions will interact only. So can someone please? What is data?
Collection of information.
Okay, fine. Remaining guys. Sir, any experience, guys? What is data? Hello? I'm audible, right, guys?
Yes, you are, but it's not so much of clear.
Okay, nice. Now, madam? Okay, let me check. Okay. Now, madam, am I audible, right?
So your voice is coming too low.
1 second. Give me 1 second, madam. Am I audible, right, madam, now?
Yeah, it's fine. Better.
It's good.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Yeah.
Sir,
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, coming to our topic, our question. So, what is data, sir? Everyone. So, keep, as I said, keep all these terms, your data engineering, these things, edu data engineering, all these terms, keep aside. What is data?
Data is something like text, images,
Okay,
any information
fine.
we can we transfer from one device
Okay,
to other.
okay, okay, sir, fine. So, let me go. So, my definition. So, data is nothing but collection of raw facts. So, as you said, someone takes image, anything can be data. Okay. So, either you, if you type in some ABCD, it's a data. So, it may be not data for you, it may be some coding code to someone, right? Hello, am I correct, sir? So, anything which, so what is a data means anything, a set of not only characters, a set of images or anything, everything collection of raw facts, we call it as a data. Okay, fine, sir. Next, data is a representation of some aspect of real world. We can class. And next, so my next question, how many kinds of data, sir, like you see in every day? Hello, hello.
Yeah, we can say in many
sir,
forms.
Okay,
Yeah, like
so
text messages, videos,
video,
audios.
so yeah, okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, so cool. So this data, as I said, is what is a data means, as I said, data is a collection of raw facts or anything in your real world, either you can your text or suppose if you type in a or if you type in some 1 2 3, so everything is a data, am I correct? So fine, then how many types of data, next question is that how many types of data we have is like, so basically data classification into three types, coming to your okay, in data engineering perspective. One, your structured data, semi structured data and unstructured data. Okay, fine, sir. Any doubts? Now, so we know about data. What is a data? Now, what is an information? Okay, information is nothing but, someone said right, information is nothing but whatever the data we get from by extracting or processing the obtained data, and we acquire some knowledge, right, to solve a purpose, we call it, that is an to solve a problem or a purpose, we call it as an information. Okay, so in real world, so data means a collection, a bunch of characters or everything, but in the real world or in your data engineering perspective, a collection of data, we process, we do a process and we obtain some knowledge, and finally we use that obtained information to solve a problem, to address a business solution, so that we call it as an information. Okay, and as I said, we have three types of data. So one is structured, unstructured, semi structured. Okay, so mostly if you go into your organization level perspective, customers mostly select structured or unstructured or semi structured, not based on their data but application use case that utilizes that data. Okay, so based on their requirement, either they generate a structured data, unstructured data, semi structured data. Okay, in enterprise level, sir. Okay, in anywhere, if you take any organization or in anything in enterprise level, we get this. Okay, they will mostly rely on these three in any of this set of data. Okay, any doubts are clear, right? Hello,
yeah, it's clear.
fine. So next, sir. So let me go to types of data classification. As I said, structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. when coming to your structured data, so your databases. Unstructured means your everyday audio, video files, images, natural language, documents. Okay. Coming to semi-structured, your JSON, your emails, and web pages. Okay. So let's see what is structured data, what is semi-structured and unstructured. Fine. Structured data represented as rows and columns, also called relational data, and data adheres to predefined data model. If incoming data fails to meet those definitions, it fails to persist. Okay, so whatever the data you see every day in your tabular format, which is dependent on each other. So rows and columns means are your let's take your CSV or Excel file. So you have your rows and columns, right? So which is dependent, the column name is the the data in the row is dependent on your column. Am I correct? So that if the data which you are coming, which you are getting it, which has dependency and which is in the relational form, like rows and columns, we call it as structured data first, which is easy to understand and easy to use. Am I correct, sir? Fine. Next, coming to unstructured, semi-structured data. Data is stored in files and that has some degree of organizational structure. So coming to semi-structured, so if you heard the word like JSON, HTML, so you have seen your web pages, right? Everyone. So everyone uses web, right, sir? So most of the databases uses semi-structured data like document, key value pair, and graphics. So the examples of semi-structured data is like you have something like structure, organization, and structure to some extent. So tags separate the elements and enforces hierarchy, but the size of elements may vary, and their order is not important. So semi-structured data means so three different documents have same data, but the order and how it gets the dependencies may change. So the classic example of your semi-structure is like your email, your HTML document, or your JSON. So basically, your semi-structure is like in the form of key value pairs. Okay, sir. Next, what is unstructured data? Data that cannot be in the row column structure and doesn't have any associated data model or schema can be classified as unstructured data. So what is the classic example, sir? Everyone knows. What is unstructured data, sir? Hello? Your photos, your whatever you take, your photos, videos, audio, video files, your social media content. Okay? So calls a transcription recording. So everything is an unstructured data. Okay? Hello? So but one thing is but so and other thing is like, sir, as the scope for storage increases and as data becomes more complex and dynamic, so too does the difficulty which you can search and analyze the information. Okay, but someone like nowadays people are arguing like we can store images and videos etc in relational database as well as in the form of blob, and they are spot on. We can store and retrieve blobs in relational database, but we could not query it well. So the data, what your unstructured data, what here I wanna say is like, so you can store this in the either in your database, relational system, or in the specialized systems like blob storage. But you can store it, but you could not query those data directly. Unstructured data cannot be queried. That means if you want to if you want to use that data directly as an information, you could not use. My point is to convey use here. Okay, any doubts, sir? Here? Hello? Hello?
We are good.
Good, right? Any doubts, everyone, sir? Please respond once. Sir, everyone, any doubts? No, right, sir? Okay, fine. Next. Let me go to next thing. So you got an idea what is data and what are the types of data, am I correct? And what is information? So the processed data we call it as in simple terms. The processed data we call it as an information. Fine. Next. So big data. So everyone had heard about term called big data, sir? Please respond, guys. Did anyone? So in your life you have heard about something called big data, right?
Yes, Raj.
So everyone, right? Okay, fine. So what is big data, sir? Big data refers to the data sets that are large or complex to dealt with by traditional data processing application software. That means whatever the data we are getting these days, okay, which is first thing is complexity and the size of data. So which cannot be processed to convert the data as an information or in the with using the traditional systems we could not do that, sir. Okay. So data with many fields offers greater statistical power, while data with higher complexity may lead to higher false discovery rate. Okay. So if someone asks what is big data, so big data is nothing but either your data is too complex or too large, so which you could not handle by the traditional systems what you have. So such data we call it as a big data. Okay, fine, sir. Now, so till now we have not gone into like data engineering. Just I'm explaining the basics. What is data and what is big data? These terms, sir. Okay. So if someone joins late, so for them I'm saying, sir. Okay, fine. Next, let's see. Then I will go to my use case and then I will explain you. So next, sir. Nowadays you are seeing like increasing in data, right? Am I correct, sir? Everyone. Hello. So let's take a classic example, sir. Here. So in olden days, how we used to store the data, sir? Hello, sir. Everyone. In olden days, how you people used to store the data, sir? Before like keep this said like your software and everything. In the earlier stages, how we used to store the data, sir? First,
We used to
in
store
the
in Excel
On the
database,
records.
in the
okay,
notepad. Yes.
okay. Not only notepad, sir. First, just take from start. So keep software something. First you used to store in the form of books, right? Writing your everything. Am I correct? Second, second stage. In olden days they used to write something on a paper and piece of paper and they used to store, right? Am I correct, sir? Your libraries are
Yes.
classic examples of fine. Next. Next after. Once the invent of your system computer, so how they used to store your data, sir? They used to store
First
on
it
Floppy,
was
your
floppies,
hello?
floppies and disk.
floppy.
Yeah, floppies
Flop.
and disk, right?
Yes.
Yes. After that, once you something called your folders now. You are storing in your folders, am I correct?
Yeah.
Now, today, and you used to process this data, either your books, floppy disk, and folders. Now, now today, how you are storing, sir? Your pen drives, your hard disks, and everything. Am I correct? So,
Yeah.
coming to the system perspective, how we used to store. Okay. First, now we used to store in the form of folders in your system. Now, how you are storing, sir? So earlier, what kind of data you used to have, sir? Either you have your data in form of rows and columns. Am I correct? Okay, sir, right?
Yeah.
Or something a text. So folders, your text files you used to store. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Text files.
Yes.
Nowadays, how we are storing, sir? Using something modern systems called databases. Am I correct? So databases came into the picture first. You used to write something books or you used to store in floppy or disk. Next in the folders as a text file or something. Next, what we got into the market, sir? Databases. So where we used to store in the form of rows and columns. Am I correct? So this is for few decades. So the data is in an organized form and we used to store it in databases. After that, with the increase of modern day usage, how you are getting your data, sir? Audio video files, am I correct? Audio video files, am I correct, sir? Next, how you are using, sir?
Yes.
So how you are getting now mixture of data, am I correct? So earlier it's audio file is different, video file is different. Now let's take your classic example, your Instagram or WhatsApp. Okay, Instagram or WhatsApp. Okay, okay. So versatility of data, right? So in Instagram or WhatsApp, so it has millions of users. Am I correct? So one may do a text message. Am I correct, sir? One may send an image. Someone may send your what, sir, your gifts. Okay, your smile is. So this is a versatility of data, right? So this kind of data you need specific systems, like data is unordered. If you see this data, it is unordered. It is like unstructured and everything. So you need a special systems, right, to store this data. Am I correct, sir? Hello.
Hey Raj,
So
tell you one thing, Raj.
yeah,
So, since it's not a one-on-one session, since we have 20 people, it is very difficult to say yes for every 1 minute or no,
sir,
for every
keep it.
30.
Sir,
Yeah,
that's
just
what I was. One
yeah,
second, sir. You
just,
can keep it in the chat window, or you can raise your hand so that I can get a confirmation. Okay.
yeah, just go ahead. Okay, if you have questions, we'll ask you.
So yeah, no problem, sir. Because I'm saying like I don't know like all the people are reaching it or not.
Yeah, we are
Because people are still joining, right? I'm saying that. So if they are getting audio or not, so that's what I'm asking. So
yeah.
or else you keep just an S, okay? Respond S so that I can get I'm audible, okay? In the chat window, okay, fine. Okay, let me continue, sir. Okay. So
And you can
Instagram
ask
or
every
WhatsApp?
5 or hey Raj, you can
Yeah,
ask every 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right?
I will
Every
ask
other
after
minute
10
if
years.
you ask.
Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah. So Instagram or WhatsApp, text images and some GIFs. So versatility of data, right? Versatility of data. Am I correct, sir? So we require some special system. With this advance, we got something called NoSQL databases. Fine. Into the market. Fine, sir. Then let's go back to our PPT now. So if you go to your social media stacks about the data, WhatsApp handles 60 billion messages a day. Google process for 40,000 search queries per second. The average user spends 35 minutes on a Facebook day. So this amount of data generating by each individual in a day. Let's take these are the statistics given by your officially given in your either Wikipedia or the official sources by each company. Next, and exponential growth of data. The prediction is saying like if you see in 2005 we used to use only 0.1 GB. Okay, now if you see by 2023 it will be 160 GB, 36% increase in the data growth worldwide by the users. Okay, now let's come to our topic. What is data engineering? Why data engineering? Okay, who are data engineers? Why this role came into the picture? Now, okay, so in earlier days, so let me come to my explanation now, sir. Here, in your earlier days, or back of 2 decades, your data is whatever the data we are getting, we are getting, and what we are using is an relational data first data, and the size of the data is small. Data size is small, sir. Okay, and whatever the data we get, whatever the data we use to design a business solution for your end user, this can be done using your programming language, like your Java, your .NET, and earlier days you have your C. So it's easy for developers to work on this data. Slowly, day by day, what happened in the market now? Data size got increased exponentially. Fine. Data size got increased exponentially in the market, and whatever the desired results, okay, which we need to achieve by processing this data has been became hard with your programming languages. So earlier days, whatever the data you get, we to convert into an information, we used to use your Java, .NET, or C or programming languages. But when there is an increase in data and variety of data, this has become a very hard task for the people. Okay, then so still the data engineering not introduced into the market, sir. Okay, so what they taught is like people started searching for the something different apart from your programming. We need some specific systems which can handle this data, okay, to get the desired results, okay. So people started searching in your market to develop new tools to handle this data and to get the desired results. Then for the large due to the increase and extent complexity increase in the complexity and the volume, we got something into the market called HDFS, Hadoop distributed file system, okay. Hadoop distributed file system, because as the data size is increasing, one system cannot accommodate the same data on a single machine and we could not process the data. So people came with some concept called Hadoop. That means distributing your data across the systems and process it to an information for a solution. Next, but once your Hadoop came into the market, it the whatever the Hadoop was in the market, it has solved the problem to some extent, okay. But still, when your data there is more versatility of the data, Hadoop is also not capable to handling the all the modern day needs, okay. Now what happened is like, now let's go to our topic, what is data engineering. So there are too many definitions that you can find about data engineering, but in my view there is no standard definition for data engineering roles. It varies from individual organization and depends on the agenda of the organization. In general, typically data engineer means develops and maintains the software systems that can process data based on the organizational requirements for usage of data analytics and reporting purpose, okay. So what we gonna learn, why, who will we you will learn why data engineer profile in domain, difference between data scientist and related profiles, roles and responsibilities, what are your data engineering technologies, okay. Now let's go to our topic, why data engineers and who are data engineers are. So to handle this, so earlier till like 10 years there is no concept called data engineers, sir, okay. As you said, your data your programmer or developers, they used to process this data, but coming to when they are going to process, they have to find an hard sum to process this data. So they came with something, a concept called new tools into the market. We could not process this data with your native programming language. They came with a concept called ETL into the market. First, what is ETL? Extract. So they came with a solution called first. Instead of getting the data, processing it, and building an end user use case, what they did is like they came with a concept into the market called extract, transform, load, ETL. Transform, load. And there are few ETL tools in the market till today. So what are those tools, sir? Your Informatica. So MSBA from Microsoft, which has a tool like SSIS, SSRS, and SSIS. So you have Ab initio. We have these tools into the market, sir. Okay, they introduced, but what happened, sir? So these tools are well versed with your traditional with your traditional systems or legacy system, but these tools has doesn't these tools doesn't solve the purpose of your modern day-to-day versatility of data. So people has again searched for a concept called, so we need some dedicated professionals who can, they are dedicated tools and professionals who is expert in data, so that I can get my desired output. So I need to get my meaningful information which can be used for my business. That's how your data engineering concept evaluated into your market. Okay, so we need a dedicated professional in order to handle this large amount of information. So a data engineer, who is a data engineer? A data engineer is an IT worker whose primary job is to prepare the data for analytical and operational uses. These software engineers are typically responsible for building the data pipelines to bring together information from different sources. They integrate and consolidate and clean the data and structure it for the use of analytics and analytic applications. The main aim to make data easy, accessible, and optimize their organization's big data ecosystem. Got it, sir? Now, so coming to roles of a data engineer. So as a data engineer, what you gonna perform? Okay, fine. Now, so as I said here, traditional data systems. So which we need to we used to process this data in the form of batches. Process in form of batches earlier days. Okay, now, so your now the data is live. So what is live data? So your IoT devices. So for this, it's also a batch, like you have some sensors. So your streaming data, sir. Your streaming data, your video files. So which is real time data. So what are the native systems which you are using? These do not handle the purpose to as modern day challenges of data. These systems do not what, sir? These systems will not will not fit to modern day applications. So there came the concept called data engineering into the market. So need different tools to handle this all the varieties of data in an efficient way. And we need an expert professionals to handle this incoming variety of data. Okay, sir. Now, coming to roles and responsibilities. As previously said, there is no specific roles or responsibilities that can define as a data, but in general, what you will do, you develop and build a scalable data architectures. You will be building an ETL pipelines, extracting data from heterogeneous data sources, using various tools and technologies, and transform. Transformation is nothing but whatever data you get, you cleanse the data and you shape the data into an information which will turn as a knowledge into an reliable and standard formats, developing and maintaining security data systems by employing encryption techniques and maintaining data governance as per the standards. So the quality of data. So as a data engineer, you need to do this task. Okay. Next. So various positions held by data engineers are listed. See sir, data architects, data engineers, and database administrators. So as a data architect, you need to ingest. Ingest is nothing but you need to get the data and keep it in a different system. So from one system to another system. Design, manage the sources of data essentials for business insights to build a data engineering architecture within the deep knowledge of SQL and XML. They can integrate and organize certain parts of data management system. So who are data engineers? Data engineers are the ones who need to be proficient in programming language like Python or something, Julia, and they design, integrate, and prepare data infrastructure adhering to all the data management norms. So database administrators, okay, design and maintain database designed to the system, ensure that users can access all the functions seamlessly. So when you join an organization, either you can be an architect, data engineer, or a DBA, database administrator. Okay. Next, sir. So let's come back to our concept. Okay. So as I said, we need an expert professional who will handle this incoming data, variety of data, and prepare this data for further use. What is your further use? So what data engineer does? Data engineer will get the data. Whatever the raw data you get, he will extract the data. He will then first extract the data. Extraction is nothing but getting the data from your sources. Source is like where is the data. So keep in level terms, okay? From a place. Then what he need to do? To change it into a meaningful information, he need to do a cleaning of the data. Cleaning or transformation we call it as. Okay, transformation. Once data is cleansed and transformed, okay, this cleansed and transformed is we call it as information. This information again need to be stored in some specific system which it will use. Okay, again he will store this data. This we call it as a loading. Okay, load the data, and so whatever the data you loaded, this will be again used by different systems or different set of people. We call it as either data scientist for prediction prediction purpose, for the trends of the application, trends of the product, and data analyst for the analytics purpose. And this the same data what we provide will be used by your reporting teams to report the trends. Okay, so what a data in there do in a level steps. So first point, he will be doing data migrations from one system to other systems. Second point, data extraction from the same system and do a transformation or cleaning and load it for further use to different system. Okay, sir. Next. So what is a data scientist? What data in there? So what data in there? He builds data pipelines to pull together data from different systems. Identify relevant set of data needed for data analytics application. So, aids data scientist in integration, consolidating and cleaning the data. Works with others to collect, integrate and prepare data for analysis purpose. So here data scientists what they will do, sir? They will build nice algorithms like your prediction algorithms, your what are your image processing algorithm. They will process their algorithms and they will say I will give a predictive model. Okay, but as a data engineer, what you will give, you are the responsible person to supply the data to whatever data you get to make it into and transform into an information. You are the persons for that. Okay, so the data engineers are now important into the market. So next, sir, let's see. Data in the top demand in the job. Okay, so faster growing in the technology sphere year by year. See, if you see there is a 50% growth in the data engineers now because every day data size is increasing, variety of data is increasing. Okay, now let's go back to one thing here we left out. So I have coined a term in the my previous demo, in my previous or something big data, right? Hello, sir, getting it right? So there are 5 E's of big data. So as I said, data is complex today and variety which cannot be processed by data traditional processing application software. Okay. Now, so what are these 5 E's of data? Let's go and see. First, volume. So let's take an example of your Twitter, your Instagram, or take some your Flipkart retail website, sir. So whenever the Amazon Flipkart was that started, how many number of users, sir? Hello, sir. Please respond, sir. Whenever your Flipkart or Amazon started, how many number of users, sir?
How do I know, Raj?
Probably it may be some hundreds or some lakhs, right?
Yeah, it's over a billion. Doesn't matter, right?
Okay, now today, sir, it's like billions, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct? And billion users, wide variety of data, am I correct? So we need a system to handle this huge volume of data. So the first thing which we came into a system is your HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. Next, today we have modern data lakes. So we'll go what is data lake and these things, but get well with the term, okay? So today we have data lakes and different systems. First, volume of data has been increased. Next, second V, sir. What is the other V? Volume and variety. Variety of data has been increased. What is the variety, sir? Mixture of data, am I correct? To say in precisely. So the same person in the Instagram, he can send an image, he can do a text message. So he can post, as I said, he can do a text message, he can post something. He can do like some audio video files he can do. So mixture of variety of data, volume plus variety. Next, what is the other V, sir? Here if you see, volume, variety and velocity. Different different speeds of data, different speeds of data you are getting today. Next, value and veracity. Veracity is nothing but trust. Whatever data you are sending, the same should be landed in your other system as well. Veracity and, sir, what is the fifth V, sir? Value. Whatever the data you get, it should have some value, like it should be in the usable. Okay, so we need a different system for this 5 is that is the why people today are going for data engineering, sir. Okay, so we have different mixture like volume, veracity. So data engineers are the people who will handle this all the different kinds of data into a specific system. For this, a specific systems are designed in the market to handle these 5 E's of data, and you process this data and finally make it an information. Okay. So let's go to the data model, how it will looks in the market. Okay. Now, if you see data life cycle, so let me check. So different types of data. As a data engineer, you will ingest the data, like get the data from your different sources, explore. So you will see like which is important, which is unimportant. Next, prepare the data, prepare and train. That means your cleaning process. Finally, load it into the target. Target is nothing but your system which will use this data. Then from there you will get your BI team. BI means reporting people, advanced analytics, your data scientist, and your analysts, data analyst. Okay. Now, so if you take your data life cycle, sir. Okay. See what we gonna see. See, if you see different different systems. So ingesting the data into your system, different techniques. So for exploring, so what are the data you got it? So we'll explore this data and we'll prepare and train. So converting into the meaningful information, model and serve. Finally place it again. The same people will use it. So we have a difference. So as the variety of data got increased every day, so based on that different sources, if you see, to handle this data. Fine. Finally coming to what is data engineering. So you should know about why data engineers are much in demand. Okay. So what's the role and responsibilities, and you should know about data engineering technology. So I have not gone into technology, what tools we'll be using. So to wrapping up, data is all about dealing with the scale and efficiency. Data engineer must frequently update their skill to ease the process of leveraging. So based on the modern day-to-day needs, you need to upgrade your skills. Okay. Leveraging data analytics system, because wider knowledge, data engineer can be working in collaboration with database administrator, data scientist, and data architect. So without a doubt, the modern day data engineering is rapid growing technology and much opportunities in your market. Okay, sir, let's have questions for 5 minutes, then we go to your other concepts. Okay, sir, any doubts? Hello? Hello?
Not so much. Yeah, here.
Okay, sir, remaining people, any doubts, sir? What is data engineering? Hello?
It's a good introduction.
Okay, nothing, right, sir? Next, let's go to something called now our concept. You said right? Hello, sir? Hello? What is Azure data engineering? Hello?
Good, sir. Good.
Go ahead, right? So no doubts, right, sir? So I can go ahead, sir, right? Fine, sir. Then let me go to the other concept now. So this is fine, right? So Azure. So before going to Azure or something, first let me ask you. Let me say what is an on-premise system. So before going to Azure data engineering, sir, now we got some idea about data engineers and what they gonna do, what they so what is an on-premise system, sir? On-premise system is nothing but a system which is local to your environment, either in your organization, which okay. On-premise is nothing but a system which is local to your environment. Okay, local to your office environment. Okay, next, sir, you people has heard a term called cloud. Everyone, right? So what are the problems before going to cloud? What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of an on-premise system? Let's see. Advantages. Your systems are with you. in your office, developed within your office. Fine. Next, security. You can go with your own security for the systems. Security, fine. But disadvantages, sir. You need to invest everything to develop a system. Heavy. If you are developed systems, what are the expenditure you have invested for the systems to work on? If it's not giving the desired output or it's not in use, everything is in law. Everything what are your investment is in vain. Okay. So what is on-premise and what is cloud, sir? Now on-premise means to build on-premise is nothing but if you are an end customer, like I am an end customer or you are an end customer. I am building a system like I am building like let's take a classic example of your Flipkart or your Amazon or retail or your any organization. So you people have seen some sales, right? Your Black Friday sale, your Big Billion Days. Am I correct, sir? So on these days, how many users, sir, will access that Amazon or Flipkart, sir? Maybe millions. So what Amazon or Flipkart thought is like, so they had predicted like I may get around some 1 crore users. They has developed some on-premise system for 1 crore users to they have deployed all their products on the 1 crore. But suddenly in some for 1 hour I got 10 crore users. Will I able to all the users able to access your system, sir? No, right? So my remaining my loss of business for 9 crore users, right? My systems are able to handle capable only the 1 crore users, but remaining 9 crore users, my system was unable to handle those requests. Okay, so it's a so if they thought for the next year, they thought it like I will get 10 crore euros. They developed systems for 10 crores. Okay, but what happened? You only got 50 lakh. You only got 50 lakh users. The investment of the systems for remaining 9 crores are in vain, right? So with these disadvantages, yes, people thought to develop something called a thing called cloud computing. What is cloud computing? So instead of I developing my own infrastructure, I will rent an infrastructure infra and I will pay for what I use. Okay, I will pay the rent for what I use and I will release that infrastructure when not in use so that it will be used by someone. With this concept, we call it as a concept called cloud computing the came into the picture. So what is computing? Not only from pay as you go. It's a remote working model. You just need a laptop to work from anywhere on my infrastructure. Okay, sir. Today I am giving just a high level of cloud computing, sir. What is cloud and what is on premise? Okay. So work from laptop, work from anywhere on the infra. So leading cloud providers in the market. Now we have Azure. So to satisfy these needs, you got first the cloud providers in your market is your AWS. Next, Microsoft come into the market with Azure, and different cloud providers are your Salesforce. So we'll go into deep into it. What is cloud computing? But I'm giving on a high level overview today. Cloud computing is nothing but renting out your resources and pay for what you use, and it has a concept called auto scaling. Auto scaling, okay. So if you want to, if there is the increase in your demand for your system, increase the systems. If there is less demand, decrease the systems. Okay. Scaling out and scaling down. Auto scale with the So cloud computing came into the market, work from anywhere, pay what for your go, and auto scaling. With these three terms, cloud computing came into the market. So these are the cloud providers. So we'll be going into detail what is cloud computing, what are the basics, okay? Don't worry. How it got evaluated, what is on-premise, what is IaaS, serverless, these things. Now, sir. Now, next. Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
next. Got it right, sir? What is cloud computing? So we'll be seeing in these other classes next. Sir, so let's go to our content today. So data engineering. So what is Azure data engineering means? What is data engineering? You got it out, sir. Data engineers are the people who are involved to work with the data, with the complexity of the data, and finally make it into an information. Okay. Now, Azure data engineering. What is Azure? So whatever the data engineers in earlier days, we call it as an BI, business intelligence. Okay. Now the same BI term has been changed into an data engineering. So what is Azure data engineering, right? Your systems will be in the cloud, Azure. The tools which we use in the to clean your data, extract, or what you migrate or things, everything will be in the cloud, more specifically in Azure cloud. Okay. And in the Azure cloud, and so these BI engineers, as we call it as this, will use these services or tools provided by your Azure Microsoft, and we develop our data engineering model, okay, for your end customer. So what are the things we gonna learn in data engineering? Okay, let me go to my course content now. Fine, let me go back syllabus. Fine. So now what we gonna learn? What is data information? Types of cloud vendors. What is on-premise? We'll be going into in detail. Okay. So basics of this is like introduction to Azure. Basics of Azure. We'll be learning next. What we gonna learn, sir? So first, as a first point, storage. Okay. So where is your data? How to store your data? How to store your data in cloud and on-premise. First point. Because let's take an example, sir. Simple example. Okay. So you have an application, sir. Take your Facebook or something. Okay. So either take your forms, your Windows forms or Google forms or something, your Facebook or something. Sign up page. You have your first name. Am I correct, sir? And you have say same thing like your details like your phone number, email. Let's take a simple form. Email. Okay. So as a customer, you are filling the form and providing your information. Am I correct, sir? So once this information has been filled by you, where it's residing, sir? So this is residing in a specific system called database or something, backend system. Am I correct? So the information what you are getting it is residing in some specific system, either database or something, sir. Okay, a storage system. So to hold your data, you need a system. So whatever you done, whatever the data information you provided, I need to hold in a specific system. So for this purpose, we need a storage system. Next, once this data has been done, stored, what you need to do? You need to clean it, right? So you need to clean this data. Am I correct, sir? So as a data engineer, you need to do some analytic or some data cleaning, and so let me do something called data preparation here. And finally, I need to load into some different system. Am I correct? Different system where Again, from this system, my application take back the data and display to the end user. Am I correct, sir? So let's take an example, sir. So everyone is booking airline tickets. Am I correct, sir? Hello? Either airline or IRCTC. So airline tickets. So what information you enter in your airline, sir? Let's take. So how will you book your ticket, sir? Either you can book your ticket from your, as I said, you can book your ticket from your third party websites. Either you can book from directly from their own websites. Either you can book from directly to the airport and you can book the ticket. Am I correct, sir? Hello? So once you are booking an airline ticket, so what information you are providing, sir? Your name, your phone number, your details. Am I correct? Finally, the information what is provided. So we need to, as an airline company, from different sources, they need to collect into their centralized server and process it and finally give back your ticket with other information. Am I correct? So, and finally they need to store this information. Apart from this, they need to store in a system called data warehouse. Why data warehouse? So these are the traditional systems. We call it as an OLAP systems, transactional systems. But data warehouse is a system which will have the collection of all your transactions and everything. Okay, so we'll discuss in detail what is data warehouse, what is OLAP and all things. But keep in mind, data warehouse is nothing but a traditional system, huge system, which will hold your historical data, past transaction data and current transaction data. Okay, this data is used for here, these OLAP systems are used for your analytics purpose. Now let's get back to your thing. So what we'll be learning, we'll be learning storages. In storage, what we will be learning? First, relational storages. Which relational storage, sir? Your Azure SQL, your SQL, or non-relational? You'll be going with Azure data like blob storage, your Cosmos DB. Okay, fine, sir. Next, what you gonna learn as a data engineer? This is for storing, for the first, as a first step. Next step. So once you are in the storage, data like as I said, Cosmos DB services, SQL server, and how the security will be going with that server. What is the security and what is these things? About that we'll be learning as a data engineer. So next, once you get in the data in the storage, you need to extract it. That for that we'll use a tool called Azure Data Factory.
So, Raj,
Okay.
one question here.
Yeah.
Can you go to the contents, course
Yes.
contents?
Yes.
So Azure here in the SQL services, what are you going to teach on the Azure Synapse warehouse?
What? The Azure Synapse versus dedicated SQL pool, sir. Still data warehouse not came, sir. It's in the beta. Okay. Your data warehouse is not there, sir. Still okay. Hello.
Yeah,
Azure
I'm here.
Synapse I will teach, sir. Okay. Azure Synapse data where dedicated SQL pool will run, sir. Okay. Not Synapse Analytics. Okay. So they, I guess these people has mixed that content. Data warehouse they see. So in the data warehouse, dedicated SQL pool, sir, known as data warehouse (DW). Okay. Dedicated SQL pool. Azure data warehouse you will be learning how to store your data and what is a data warehouse. These concepts will come into the picture. Okay. This is data warehouse. Okay. So they kept it in storage, I guess. Next, coming to your transformation tool, as I said, data loading tool. We'll be learning the Azure Data Factory. Okay. Data Factory for your data ingestion and transformation.
So is it similar to ETL processing?
Yeah, ETL processing, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. First we stored it. Next we need to extract it as a part of data engineer. So data transformation, and I will give some basics about Azure Synapse Analytics, okay? Synapse Analytics, okay? So Synapse Analytics is an environment, dedicated environment. So a mixture of your what sir? Data factory, data bricks, and everything. So next, for transformation purpose, we'll be learning other tool called Azure Databricks. So okay. Next, finally, what are the data
So
you
what?
have been done? Yeah, yes sir. Come.
One
Go
question
ahead.
here. So you said data ingestion and transformation, right? What
Yeah,
language are we using here?
in data factory it's drag and drop, sir. Okay, SQL. Sir, I have not gone to prerequisites. Okay, let me go. Okay. Okay, Azure Databricks. This is also a third-party service where Microsoft integrated with what is Databricks and everything will gonna learn. So Azure has been integrated with Databricks, and they came with their mixture of product as an Azure Databricks. Next, and I will be teaching like basics Azure Synapse Analytics and streaming systems, Azure streaming. Okay, basics of Azure streaming. Finally, data warehouse. Someone asked, right? Data warehouse. To store your data. What are the transformed data? You need to place it right. So we use dedicated SQL pool, SQL pool. Here we will be learning about what are your facts, what are your dimensions, what are the data warehouse concepts. And finally, we'll be loading this data into a dedicated SQL pool. Fine, sir. Now,
May I ask one question here? So what
yes,
is
yes.
Databricks? You said, can you explain again? Just one line
Data,
statement for Databricks.
Databricks is an is an analytics platform, like a data analytics platform. Okay. Databricks is an data processing analytics platform to process your big data. So what are the complexity of you are getting? So wide variety of data to process that. We'll go with we will go with Databricks, sir. Okay. Data analyt is an unified analytics platform. Okay. Databricks means. Let me show you one second. You have that. Yeah, structured Databricks. Yeah. I guess it's got somewhere. Yeah. Azure Databricks. Yeah. Okay. So Azure Databricks is nothing but an as I said, it's an unified data analytics platform for performing your big data. So working on your big data. So once you go there, you will be learning it, sir. What is Databricks and what is these things? Okay. So how will be using Databricks in your real world and everything? Okay. Next, Databricks, and we'll be learning about Databricks concepts. So here in Databricks, we'll be using a language called Spark. What is that, my? Okay. So in Databricks, okay, it's a third-party product by Apache. So here we will be using something called Spark, PySpark most probably. So we'll be using PySpark and SQL. Okay. Finally, data warehouse, loading into the data warehouse. Fine, sir. Any
And you
doubts
will
in
be
course? Yeah,
teaching us the PySpark or Spark.
PySpark, sir. Python with Spark. Okay.
Okay.
PySpark. Okay. Fine. Next one. This is fine. So and every day assignments will be there for your purpose. So if you want, you can work on. Next, project explanation, and I will be covering the interview questions. Okay. And sir, in the training for freshers or someone. So first let me go to prerequisites. So what is the prerequisite to learn data engineering? You need to learn, right? Prerequisites. What are your prerequisites? First one, basics of your SQL. There is no prerequisite, but basics of SQL, it's good to have. And basics of your Python. Okay. So basics of your SQL and basics of your Python, if you know, you can go with your data engineering course, sir. Okay, fine. For coming to Python, what are the basics required as a data engineer? So we will be teaching it in the class. And for SQL, sir, so in the course, so this is not in the course, but we will be organizing for freshers or someone who want to brush up their skills. We'll be organizing the SQL workshops on either Saturdays or Sundays. So who want to brush up their skills, okay? Basics, okay? Some SQL free classes will be there, so they can join that, okay? So they will get that basics of SQL. Fine, sir. Any doubts in this? So I will take my questions now, sir. You can ask your questions, sir, now everyone.
So one
Hello?
question for experienced
Yes.
people, right?
Yes.
Once we learn the course, so
Yeah.
will you be giving us the sample real-time scenarios and project
Sir,
explanations at the end?
sir, that's what I kept, sir. See, end-to-end explanation documents, okay?
Okay.
If you need some resumes, you can give it. If someone needs your resume preparation, I'll give you sample resumes, okay?
Yeah, that's even great. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So,
Sir,
in that question, Raj, actually, what is the polybase?
so polybase is a technique to load data from different sources. So we'll be learning that in once you get into your topic, sir. Okay. So to get your to query your data from your external sources or to load your data in bulk, we use a specialized technique called polybase. So we'll be learning that once you are into your data factory. How to load data from your unstructured data, how to query your unstructured data or semi-structured data from an external system. Okay.
That's how many months of course is this?
It's 45 sessions, sir.
45. Okay.
Yeah, 45 sessions, 45 hours, sir. Okay.
So you you have that morning sessions, right? Like
Yeah,
what
morning
timing
only,
is
sir.
this?
Morning only, sir. So timings will be informed by your coordinator, sir, who coordinated with you. Okay.
Okay.
So all they will take all your availabilities and what is the best timing in the morning for everyone. They will give you an availability, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Any questions, sir? Any other questions?
Do you want to talk
So
something about the certifications that you can pursue after this course?
yeah, certifications. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thanks for reminding it. So certifications for
I mean,
data
if you
engineering. 1 second. Okay.
so see one before that, right? Can you, instead of just talking about data engineering, can you just
Yeah.
show us the different certifications for Azure we have and where we can this data engineering fits in, and what are the next things we
Yeah.
can plan?
Yeah. I'll sir talk about that, sir. Sir, first, sir, basic certifications. AZ 900. So not only data engineering, sir. Everyone. This we call it as Azure fundamentals. Everyone can do, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Azure fundamental. This can be done by everyone. Okay. Next, coming to your data engineering certifications. So BP 900 is the certification for basics. Basic as a data engineering basic certification. So this is an optional certification. But coming to data engineering, we have a DP 203 now. Earlier, it's when we written the certification earlier, it's mixture of 200 and 201. Okay. Now they combined this into a single certification DP 203. Okay. And recently, course content got updated recently on February 6th, sir. FEB 6th. Recently, only Microsoft updated the content of the data engineer. So if you want to see that, let me go there. Data
So
engineering
there
or
is a
DP2. 1 second, sir. Okay. DP 203. So this is the exam. So Microsoft Azure Data Engineer. So see sir, whatever we are teaching, data in the Azure for data in the basics, storage, data factory or Synapse Analytics, whatever you are using are with interactivity or certifications are okay. Not completely intact, but whatever the concepts required. Okay, we are teaching that sir. Okay, with the data bricks. So majority of the concepts we are covering sir. Okay, fine. So you can check it over here sir. What with my course content and what I am teaching and is it something up to 80% match with the certification or not? Okay.
So do you think we can just give the certification after your course?
Not directly sir, because you need to do some practice sir. So if you practice for 1 or 2 months completely, then you can grade sir, because with the direct course you could not give sir. Okay,
Okay.
so
So
you
will you
need
be
to
able
get
to
like
guide us? Like,
scenario.
how do we know what to practice
So we'll give you giving
before
everyday
giving the
assignments and
certification?
what are the assignments and what are the scenarios for. Okay, what are the scenarios you will be working on in your projects, that I will give you sir. Okay, certification means like there are dump of questions. If you want to only clear the certification, you can directly go with the dump and you can clear it sir. Okay, if you want to work in the job, then learn the subject sir.
Some certifications are very hard. You know, even if you learn, attend the course and practice, right? Because I have given a lot of certification in the past. They are tough.
Okay, yeah,
The real scenarios are different in the exam than what you practice. And
yeah,
that time, you know, we go with dumps. That's the reason I asked for asking this question.
yeah, that's what I'm saying sir. Okay, so you can give the certification sir, but without like complete hands-on, like as I said, it's too early to
Well,
talk about certificate. So okay, so
without hands-on, you cannot even do the job. You know, it makes no sense
yeah, yeah, yeah,
without hands-on to
yeah,
go to a job.
yeah, that's what sir. Okay, so what are we are covering mostly to intact of some 80%. See, as I said, on February 6th that this got updated sir. Okay, by 6th
February 6th.
the by February 6th this will be updated sir. That's what I'm saying. Microsoft will update this again. So this, that's what the content what he is here, it will be getting updated. That's what they kept in the site sir. Okay, in February they will be going to update. So what gonna change we don't know. So that's what I said, right? It's too early to talk now. There will be some add-ons, there will be some removals here in this content. Okay, so
So
there may
how
be
about
change in the, 1 second sir. Okay, there will be change in this name or something, we don't know, right, until they come up with. So on 6th, so we'll be, once we start the batch on 6th, we'll be talking like if anything need to be changed or anything add-ons, we'll be doing it sir, to the course. Okay, for now our thing is intact to this one. So 80, but not completely, but I want to say like something around 75 to 80 sir. Yeah, you can go with your questions sir now.
how about the PySpark?
Yeah, PySpark will be learning, as I said, in the Databricks sir. As a part of Databricks, we will be learning the PySpark. So for that basics
But
of
what
Python, what is, 1 second sir, sir, for the basics of Python, what is necessary as a data engineer, I will be teaching in the class. Okay, sir, now go ahead with your question sir.
so what happened to that? You said 80% you are covering, right?
Yeah,
What happened to 20%?
this will be updated, I said sir, right sir, on February 6th.
Okay. So you will be covering the 100% topic on data engineering
So what is required?
after 6.
So after 6, so I don't know, right, what they gonna update, what are the add-ons, right? So they are upgrading internally now itself sir. By the February 6th, complete updation will be there. So if you check it today and if you
Okay.
check after 3 4 days, if there is updation, you will come and ask me, right? You said this, why
Yeah,
there is not
definitely.
there. So that's what Microsoft kept in their site. By February 6th, completely will be updated.
And while
Okay, sir.
applying jobs, do they look for certification as such? What is the
Sir,
weightage of certification for the engineering jobs?
certification like in your resume pickup, it will be helpful, and your interviews also it will helpful, sir. Okay. Suppose few companies as per requirements from their clients, okay, they ask for people who with this certification, then you are the person. Some companies they doesn't see for certification. Certification is nothing but a added advantage to your resume. That's it, sir. So if you do with certification, it will be useful. Like what is like if you are a certified person, so your resume has more marketing, sir. Okay, more weightage.
Yeah, got it. Can
Got
you
it
show
right?
where this exam? Yeah, can you show us where this exam fits on the certification path?
Fits on means, sir, certification, but that's what
See,
a prerequisite is Azure fundamentals. Okay, so everyone is
so
asking
that's
Azure fundamentals. For data engineer, only we have only one certification, sir. Okay, it's DP 203 and data fundamentals. If someone is an optional one, so let me draw a diagram and say, okay, that's better than showing it here. So the fundamental is here. First one is like Azure 900, sir. Azure services. People are expecting this. Everyone want to go with certifications. I am saying. Next, from here you can directly write your DP203 data engineering certification. So it's an independent certification. Okay, there is no dependency. So this got it. Okay, fine. So your DP203. Earlier it said two certifications, or when we written it said two certification earlier. Before DP203 came into picture, it's 200, 201 earlier. Now Microsoft changed that DP201 and made it as DP203. Okay. So and apart from this, submerge, if we want something like basic level of your data fundamentals, you have a certification called DP900. This is not a prerequisite if someone wants like to show like I have some data fundamental certification from Microsoft. DP900 is a fundamentals. Okay. So this you can clear it by studying this document, sir. Okay. DP900 data fundamentals, Microsoft Azure data fundamentals. Okay. This is not a prerequisite, but so you can clear it, sir. Okay. What are relational databases? What are the data analytics? If you study this one directly, same thing you can clear it. So there is no application,
just
nothing like that. That much scenarios they won't ask. Just they will ask what are the basic levels of data and these things. This you can cover. You can clear it for people who want to do certifications. I am saying it, sir. Okay, it's not a mandatory, but if you want to go for some data analyst roles, you need to have some what's are all the some visibility on all the data things what Microsoft is providing. So if you want to do, you can go with this DP900. Yes, sir. Go ahead with your question, sir.
no, I'm good. Sir.
Fine, right? So this is an optional, but I don't see like next level. If you want to go as Azure Architect, Azure Data Architect, okay, Architect certification. So Architect you have something like expert level. Architect means not only this. Once you some 305 is there, sir. Okay. So for not all, so it's a mixture of not only data engineering, it's mixture of all Azure services again in high level. So once DP203 completed, if you want to go into your architect level, you can go with this certification. Okay, 305 Azure Expert. Any doubts, sir? Hello,
No, good. Thanks.
Azure Solution Architect Expert. We have DB Agent 305 designing the service and everything. So after data in there, either developer or everyone will go to this certification only. Developers have 204, sir. Okay, either admins or infrastructure admins or someone, everyone finally will go come to this one was 305 mixture of everything. Okay, solution architect. Sir, any doubts before we wind up? Any questions, everyone? So
Yeah,
So may I
tomorrow
ask?
what?
So may
Yeah,
one last question? May I ask? Are you 305 certified?
No, I need to complete. So I'm 200, 201, 203. I'm certified. 305. I am planning to write, sir. Okay, because it involves development as well. So I'm basically a BA engineer. So I'm learning those development concepts as well. To clear that, it involves your front end developer. You need to have some, along with Python, you need to have some basic knowledge on .NET and these things as well. Variety of programming. Okay, my role is architect, but as I said, it's a mixture of your developers and everything. So I am learning those development part as well now to clear that. So
Okay, you done the Sarup?
what, sir?
I'm asking the Sarup, are you done?
Yeah, we are done, sir. Any questions you can ask me, sir, before we
Yeah,
wind
yeah.
up.
I'm asking the Sarup, are you done, Sarup? May I continue?
Yeah,
Okay,
Shobha,
okay.
you can go.
Yeah, Raj, actually, I'm not putting in the spot. Okay, never mind. Actually, just have a couple of
Okay,
questions. Actually, this
okay,
is
no problem,
asking
sir.
skills or no. Okay, never mind. Basically, first thing, okay, so far, how many batches did you teach?
Sir, I'm teaching from past 3 years, sir.
Okay,
I taught SSIS, I taught Azure Data Engineering, teaching Azure Data Engineering from past 1 year, sir.
okay,
So batches count means I taught for many, like as I said, many institutions. Okay.
mhm.
So if you
Okay.
can check it.
Reason why I'm asking
Okay.
is, okay, I tried couple of like trainers, and
Okay.
like just they're trying to manage the class, but they're not really like I cannot say they are teaching. They are not really sharing the information in depth
Okay.
actually. So in terms of, for example, I have a total 13 of experience, for the past 13
Okay.
years, with the
Okay.
ETL tools, and analytical tools. But really, I'm getting into the this cloud area. I tried it with many, like not so many, but one or two trainers. But that over the time that after certain point, maybe after 5 classes or 6 classes, just they are trying to manage the class. They are not really prepared well. They are not really taking the use case or business cases in depth knowledge. So before I take a decision, uh, or you make sure that if I'm going to satisfy if I take your class.
Sir, you gonna satisfy that's like your level of answer. We deliver everything for everyone as one thing, sir. Like there won't be any change in whatever in the content or everything, sir. Okay. So whatever the requirements, whatever the requirements we get, like what we worked on these many years. So what is the business scenario? So because as you said, as you know, Azure is a pricing, right?
Mm.
Hello, cloud is a pricing
Yeah.
model, right, sir? As I said. So what are
Mhm.
the scenarios best fit as per our pricing and what is demanded in market that we teach, sir? Okay.
Okay.
One thing and
So
one
yeah.
second, sir. Let me complete it. Let me
Mhm.
complete it, sir. Okay. First question as a first question, sir. Second question, sir. So there won't be like we give like I don't know like who people are. I will be giving everyday assignments, sir. First of all. So how many trainers? As you said, you tried many trainers, right? I don't know who gave you assignments or not.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm. Mm.
So
Yeah.
and then it comes to your practice, sir. Your level of practice.
Okay.
So yes, everyone will say like. So I can teach like this. Everyone will teach ABCD. I will teach some sentences, but you need to play with those sentences, sir. Everyone, okay?
Okay.
Because you are experienced, you know, right? So when you join an organization, they will teach the basics only.
Yeah.
Am I correct? So you need to learn it. So using that basics, you need to manage like which scenario, what basics need to be applied.
Okay.
So we will give that. We'll cover most of the scenarios because every scenario what we done for 4 years we can't cover in 40 days, right, sir?
Yeah. I'm absolutely I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you should not be disappointed. Like once we subscribe this
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole point, Raj. Okay. I'm not putting in the
Yeah.
spot. That's all.
Not I'm saying, sir, but what to your question, I'm saying it, sir. So because if you think like he is teaching basic, but there will be in my class every fresher will be there, sir. I need to start from him, right? From the scratch. You are
Mm.
13 years guy. So if I teach something today, what is cloud means, you'll see I know right why he's teaching. You'll be in such a state. Am I correct?
I understand,
But
sir.
for a fresher, he doesn't know anything. He will ask me, you have not taught me this,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in that sense,
So our
one question. One question. So when
yeah,
you said
sir.
you're teaching freshers and also experienced people, okay, we agree
Yeah,
to that. But what are the real-time scenarios you will be showing in the class?
yeah,
So what is the experience that we can project on our profile? Is it
sir.
will you be
Data
covering at least 2
engineer,
years or 3 years? Mhm.
sir. Sir? Whatever the data engineering came into the market from 2015, sir. Keep in mind, okay? So in
Mhm.
Azure data, so it's in AWS or something. Keep it that aside. In Azure data engineering, into the boom into the market, it was in from 2019. So most probably, if you keep some 5 years or 6 years, okay. First, people will question you, how have you worked on? So you can keep other ETL tools, as I said. So data engineering is everywhere, but the term coined into the market as a 1 second, sir. Okay, let me complete. So the term coined into the market from past 4 years. So I guess you people are working, right? You people had doing this from past 4 years. Am I correct? So whatever we are covering, it will cover till 3 years guy. What a 3 years guy will do. Okay, because it came 4 years back only. So if you keep more than that, you need to keep different ETL tools. Not precisely I'm saying to only Azure data engineering. It was boom into the market from 4 years. In India, companies started working. So keep it like CMMI level 5 companies, but all the companies which like service based are they clients came into the migration from 2019 only, 2018-19. Okay, cloud they migrate, but using these data engineering tools they started from 2018 or 29. So most probably you'll keep max of 3 years or 4 years. Okay, so you can keep your other ETL like as someone said data stays, your Ebnitio or your SSIS, your Informatica, you can keep those, and you can say like I have some 8 years or something completely as a data engineer, because those are also an ETL but traditional ETL tools, traditional data engineering tools. Okay, but
Yeah.
precisely to coming to data engineering, you can keep max of 3 4 years. You can keep, sir, max of 4 years. That's it. If you start
Okay.
from the preview part of the product released, the first version you released. Okay, because 2017 data factory came into the picture into the market. The first version when we used that, it's like with the JSON we used to write. Now they made it drag and drops. Earlier we used to write the code apart from drag and drop. Okay.
Okay.
Also,
So if you can go ahead, Subha,
Okay,
please.
sir.
okay, Raj, actually, just like another sort of a
Yeah.
generalized question, not for the technology.
Okay.
The thing is that, for assume that, okay, for example, if there are maybe for tomorrow onwards, there are 6 people who joined your course, who
Okay.
subscribe. All are assume that, okay, all are like a Telugu speaking guys, okay, assume
Okay.
that, okay. And then, would you mind to teach in Telugu?
Telugu, no, sir. Only English, sir. Because these lectures will be projecting to other people. What are our classes? If we keep in Telugu, so if I project to some other people, they will like it's not their language. They won't get it here. So everything will be in English. So I don't know, right? Only Telugu people joins or this I don't know,
No,
sir. So if the batch is only Telugu, then we can try it in their native language.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. If everyone is Telugu in this batch, would you interested to be teaching Telugu? That's just a general question.
That's what
And there's,
depends.
there is
Dep
I know obvious barrier to understand, to convey the message. Sometimes there is a barriers. I know. I felt in many with the friends, but they're trying hard to teach something, but they're missing a small points, while they're converting from like local language to the English, they're missing the core of the concept actually. So I'm not
Okay.
like recommending, or I'm not pushing you to do that something than in your principles. My thing is that uh, if everyone is Telugu in this batch, are you willing to do it? It's simple like this. I'm not
If
like yeah.
everyone means, sir, I will try, sir, but I could not guarantee you, assure you, sir. Okay, because it's against our so everyone is
Yeah,
Telugu. Okay, so I need to check with my organization and everything, sir. It comes to okay,
yeah.
because I could not promise you directly like I will be teaching in Telugu, right? If
Yes.
everyone Telugu also.
Yeah.
So because this may send a wrong feedback to others. Like you may okay it's Telugu, but other may guy like why is teaching in Telugu in an interview. So how should I say?
I
Okay, so
understand your weakness, Raj. That's okay.
yeah, because it depends on individual perspective, right, sir?
Yeah, I
Yes,
understand.
sir. Swarup, sir, you are asking something question, sir.
What is the class for 1 hour every day?
Sir, 1 to 1.5 hours, sir. Okay. So if the concepts are small, 1 hour, sir. And you have some Saturdays 2 hour sessions, sir. Keep prepared for that. So if the concept is big, I could not teach. I need to show 2 3 services. I need to integrate, sir. Okay. If I want to integrate, it takes 2 hours or 3 hours. If I say 1 hour today and tomorrow again half an hour means you won't get anything, sir. You won't understand anything, sir. Okay.
Okay. But
So
I live
sometimes
in
it will
US,
be
so you match the timings.
batch timing.
We
That's
can.
what I said, right, sir? That's what I said, right, sir? The timings will be they will take all the your timings and they will get back to you, sir. Okay. What is the best timing? So they will ask your availability. So what is the best worst timing? They will come back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I checked the content with a couple of my friends who are working as well. Content looks really
Okay.
good,
Yeah,
covering
okay.
every topic. Yeah, covering every topic.
Okay.
The question I had was on Synapse, where you gave clarity. And the next concern is about the real-time scenario. See, you can learn anything, 45 days,
Yeah,
50 days. Unless you are able to explain that in the interview, you're not going to
sir.
get the job for sure.
Sir,
So,
that's
as you
what.
said, you
One second.
promised us you will show the real-time scenarios, right? So,
Sir.
with that
1 second. Okay.
expectations,
Sir, 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Give me 1 second, sir. Let me show you something. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. Where is my project?
and also show us a glimpse of the exercises you are giving us, okay, so that we feel
One
confident.
second. Yeah. 1 second. So I have this project docs are already prepared for you. Okay. So these are the project docs. So once you go into this is one real time, but don't give it outside, sir. Okay. So this is a project doc. What is happened really in one of the big MNC. This is the project doc, sir. So from day one, based on the requirement, how will you get it? What you gonna use it? How the document will be looking like? Okay. So in the assignment, it will be covering, sir. Okay. So but one
Okay.
promise, sir, don't give to outside people.
No, how can we share? We should not do like that's not good.
Okay. Because few people are doing it, sir. Okay. Don't share it.
Basically,
So I will. Yeah.
all we are expecting is that the quality of the subject. Okay, because of
Yeah. Sir.
that's the only little concern because of the people are very less in the market who can train well on these,
Yeah.
especially the latest technologies. I use that earlier term was people are managing after 5 days to
Okay.
just like that logging themselves complete of the
Sir,
time.
sir? If you go to, if 1 second, sir. If you go and check my content, sir. So you are a working person, right?
Yeah.
So if you go to check your person, someone is an ETL developer, right, sir?
Mm.
I see few people
Yeah,
ETL developers. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So if you go to the content, so these are the things what you are working in your day-to-day life, right, sir? So whatever I kept it. So here they actually what they done is like I guess 1 second. So that 2 3 scenarios they either like in the content printing these people has that data warehouse part they actually while getting the what the data warehouse part actually they missed out here. So while printing the content, okay. So what we gonna teach in the data warehouse, okay? And few scenarios here
see,
they something like got
I heard
cut
Synapse.
it I guess.
Synapse is a lot of demand. Synapse. So
Synapse Synapse Analytics is in lot of domains, sir. Lot of demand, not lot of domains. Sir. Synapse Analytics is in specific service actually in the Azure data engineering. Okay. So, but we are teaching data factory as individual and data bricks as individually. But Synapse is a mixture of all these things, sir. It's a but due to the pricing constraint, we are teaching this, sir. Okay. So I will give the basics of Synapse and what is necessary. The same data factory concept because pricing of Synapse is more when compared to data factory individual component. Okay.
So
So the
basically,
same data. One
basically,
second, sir. So basically the synapse has, sir, 1 second, let me comment. Sorry, sir, question. I'll get back to you. Okay. So basically, synapse is like it's an integration of your data bricks, your data factory, and your dedicated pools and everything a single integrated environment. So when you subscribe to your synapse, the pricing is higher, sir, when compared to individual components. Okay. But the concept is same and everything. So 2 3 changes, minor changes. Okay, not major. I want to say. So for that syntax and these are similar changes. So I will be teaching the synapse as a basics. So you can try if you have some your past subscriptions along with this whatever you learn in data factory. If you have something your subscriptions, you can try it with your pay as you go accounts. Okay, Synapse.
Oh,
Because the concept is same, whatever the code you write, the same data factory activities are same, but it's an integrated, right? On a whole they price it, sir. So if I teach in Synapse, it will be very, like as I said, the pricing will be very high for me, sir. Okay, so you can try in your individual account. So the same data factory, the same activity will be same, sir, there. But it's an on a whole, right? It will, once you enable Synapse, every service will be enabled, so it will cost for charge for everything. That's why we are saying Synapse
will it be
basic,
like,
sir. Yeah.
so it's like how expensive it is to practice for the job?
Not expensive, sir. If you have your, I'll show you tomorrow the portal creations and in the next class. Okay.
All right.
So how to your pricing and these things. Okay. What is subscription? We'll go into that. I have not gone. Just today as a demo, I went into this, sir. Okay. What is data engineering and what the things we gonna learn these things. Okay. Yeah. So for retail developers, you can check the content, sir. This is interact with your like you have your other tools background, right? The same scenarios what you are seeing in your other tools are not. Okay. What's is covering in the content or not? Okay, sir. Have you worked on the same similar kind of scenarios or not? You can check it, sir. Okay. Any doubts, sir? Before we wind up the session. Hello.
Hi Raj, this is Ravi Raj.
Okay, yeah, Ravi.
Uh, Raj, so what about the Python? So the Python basics, so what are the contents of the Python you're going to teach?
Sir, Python basics coming to what are required for PySpark API.
For the API?
We gonna teach that. So PySpark API, what the Python we are writing the code. What are the functions? What are the things required, sir? I won't be covering like Python development, like your web, everything, your OOPS concepts. But what is required for a data engineer? Minimum basics of Python you can work with. Those things I will teach in my class with the concept. Okay.
Okay.
Because
I
I could
heard
not
they are
promise you
asking.
like 1 second, sir. Okay.
They are asking
Because
Spark as yeah.
yeah, 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, fine. Thank you, madam. So Spark, sir. That's what Spark is nothing but PySpark we gonna work on, sir. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
with
Spark
Python
is
with
different
Spark,
than PySpark.
Spark is like there is a scale. There is like you have Scala, sir. You have a SQL, sir. You have Python, sir. You can write in different programming languages. Okay. So everything is an API.
Okay.
Actually, this Python is an API or SQL is an API. So once you go into the Databricks, what is this API? You'll get to know. Okay. So
Okay.
everything is an API, sir. Okay. And finally, what will be something they missed out in the content? Let me. I guess these people has while printing missed out something. So I will be updating those as well, sir. Okay. Sir, finally, your as I said, DevOps implementation. How to connect with your DevOps? Okay. How to move from one environment to other environment? Finally, what it, sir? Any doubts? So your DevOps, okay. How to migrate your ADF pipelines from one environment to other? So we'll be going to that. So every from the day one itself, sir, if you everyone are with your same page with your accounts, I can start in a project oriented way, sir. Because few people are freshers, few are experienced, right? So you people decide, sir. Okay, how you want my teaching? So
That
basics
depends.
will
I don't know. So I don't want to
no, no,
say start with project because people are there, right?
not project, sir. No,
Everybody.
no, not project, sir. If everyone are ready with, because few people like say like I will create shell, I will create my account on after 5 days or 10 days. If I give an assignment with project like requirement like this we go on in the end, so please be ready means I could not say do anything right.
No, people who are ready. See, my expectation is if you start with the day one, you start with creating account day one. I mean,
Not
if you start creating after 5 days, it will be
not
tough.
me, sir. Not me, sir. So like in I seen in previous batches, I used to give like they used to ask me like give the every day how you used to in project. Few people doesn't the person who asked it, if I ask next day, he says sir I will create on Sunday this account or next week, sir. That's what
Well,
I'm
it
saying, sir.
depends
Okay.
on. I mean, I'm looking
Yeah.
for myself. If you're asking of other people, I can't answer for that or talk about it,
Yeah.
right? I'm looking for day one. See, my expectation is after 60 days, 45 days, another 15 days. At the end of 60 days, right? I should be able to market my profile, get job. That is the main intention of joining the session, right?
Okay. Sir, not I'm saying for you,
Nothing.
sir. Okay. I will be teaching in this way, but if you don't practice, I'm saying, sir. If you don't practice, it's up to you. I'm saying, okay. Everyone intention is to get a job after 60 days, sir. Okay. But what I'm saying is like, I will give every day. If you don't practice and if you come after 10 days and say me, sir, I created today, you said right, can you say me again? Means, so others will get disturbed. That's what I'm saying, sir. Okay. Got it, my point, sir.
Yeah, you can give assignments. I mean, it's up to each person whether they decide
Yeah.
to practice or not, right?
Yeah.
So we are working. So some people are working, some people are not working. If I get time, definitely
Yeah.
I'll practice. End of the day, it will
Yeah.
be beneficial to me only, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Okay,
it's a
so
new
that's
environment. So the more confidence you give us, it will be more helpful. That's the only thing
yes, sir.
I want to
Yes,
convey.
sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, we give like every day. So for previous batches also we give assignments, sir, and you will get some handouts of so like explanation like basics like your PDF, sir, material. Apart from this, hello.
Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Okay, you'll get this material as well, sir. PDF for practice you will get, sir. Okay, some scenarios. Sir, we are delivering like that only for earlier batches also. People who are in like near to office, they can get it from their office. Others they will get a mail PDF. Printed one they will get from their office, sir. Okay. Any doubts, sir, before we wind up? Hello, sir. Other
They're
people,
good.
they're good, right, sir? Okay then. So we deliver what we promise, sir. Okay. From day one, it will like
Yeah,
this is your requirement. This from day one, it's like your this is your requirement, and this one you got it in your project. Training will be okay. Apart from basics. So
I
for
got
first,
lot of trainings. See, I got
yeah,
lot of trainings from Parity. They are really good. That's why I'm joining.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Right
sir.
away, I
Okay,
already
sir.
confirmed them. Okay,
Okay,
so I know how they teach the content. They're really good. My wife got training. She got a job.
okay, okay.
I know the institute very well.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So that's what, sir, I'm saying. Okay, sir. So training what we delivered in the what we promised, we'll deliver everything, sir. But it's up to you to practice on it. That's my request, sir. Okay. If you want to get a good job into the market, please practice what I say, sir. Okay, every day. So that depends on you. So I don't insist anyone. So what we promise, we deliver, sir. That's it.
Perfect. Thanks. You have
Yeah.
a lot of
Thank.
patience.
Yeah. Nah.
I'm assuming you're married. That's why you
Nah,
have
nah.
got this patience.
Okay, sir.
All right. Thanks, man. Yeah. Bye.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. So nice talking to you, too, sir. Sir, everyone, before I wind up the session, sir. So please be like touch with your coordinators who coordinated with you so that I can, as I said, sir, I can start the sessions. Okay, so they will give you take your best time and okay, fine, sir. Then let's meet
Yeah,
on next
sure, sir.
class. Okay,
Yeah, okay. Thank you,
fine.
sir.
Thanks,
Thank you.
thanks, thanks
Yeah,
for joining. Okay, bye.
Thanks. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I guess I'm not the organizer.